Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Shankly Sessions, and this is your match reaction. Liverpool, Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. Liverpool having to come from behind to take the title race into the final day. Interesting lineup at the start of the game. Nine changes from the FA Cup winning team. We knew that Klopp was going to ring the changes. He had no choice. Those boys the other day were dead on their feet. So the chances of too many of them making it would have been slim to none. But we know going into this game, anything but a win, and the title is more or less Man City's. A draw would take it to the final day, but the goal difference would be insurmountable. Let's be honest about it. So we had to get the win. So going behind early on was a bit nervous for us. Started off the half a bit poor and a little bit disjointed. Gave Southampton that bit of an impetus to push forward and stuff like that. Kind of a victim of our own stupidity, really, at times in possession. It's just ball banging off us and giving the ball away a bit too cheaply, to be honest. 13 minutes, Redmond pounces for Southampton with a lovely finish, whipped in by a slight deflection. Didn't really give Allison much of a chance, but disappointing from the defence. They should be blocking that down. They shouldn't really be getting through, turning their back on the attacker. Not good. Safe to say the goal livened up the game, and it did wake us up, and we grew into the game, started taking control, pressing the ball. Some really nice 1-2s and triangle passing and stuff like that, but at times just too much in that passing area and stuff like that. What I was refreshed about tonight is the fact that we weren't just sending balls out onto the wings and trying to just whip balls in and stuff like that, that we were actually trying to play balls through the middle and stuff like that. So varied it up a little bit, especially against a solid defence like Southampton with two banks of four. So we needed to try some intricate stuff and try a little bit of passing in around the middle as well, just to keep them on their toes and kind of draw them out a bit. So it was nice to see that. 17 minutes, beautiful ball swung in by Costas. Firmino finishes the header, but just offside. Very unlucky. Broke the lines just a little bit too early, but a beautiful finish from Firmino, heading the ball back into the far corner, but didn't count, unfortunately. Curtis Jones at this stage pulling the strings in midfield. I really like the boy Curtis Jones. I've said it on many of our podcasts this season. When he picks up the ball, there's a calmness to him, there's a cleverness to him. He's very in possession. He's very he doesn't give the ball away cheaply. He's very calm in possession, always looking for a pass, always looking to move the ball forward, always looking to create that opportunity and stuff like that. You rarely see him pass the ball back, and rarely is he negative in possession. And always has an eye for a shot as well, which I really like. Sometimes we don't do enough of that just outside the 18-yard box, so it's good to see it. Matip and Kanate very solid at the back. I mean, Kanate's having a hell of a season, and as for Joel Matip, I mean, to go the whole season practically injury free is fantastic for Joel going forward. And especially for his mental side of the game, where he's had to deal with so much injury over the last few years. To finish out a season like this, as solid as he is, absolutely delighted and fantastic for the guy. 27 minutes, ball breaks to the right, and Minamino finishes with a tight angle, absolutely lashing the ball up into the roof of the net. Great finish from Taki. Just seems at times to find himself in the right position. And a little stat about Taki that may or may not be known: he now scores a goal this season every 95 minutes, which is literally a goal a game that he's played in. Fantastic record for the guy and all, and delighted to see him get the goal. Heading towards half time, it was wave after wave of pressure from Liverpool, trying to open them up, create something. We know the pressure was on. We had to get the win no matter what. Unfortunately, Joe Gomez goes down under a tackle, tweaks his knee. Didn't look good. He was down for a little while, then came off. And at half time, of course, had to be substituted for Jordan Henderson. Um, half the half finished with mainly chance after chance for Liverpool. We were pressing the game all the time. Southampton knew they were in a bit of a battle with us and stuff like that. And again, St. Mary's, not always an easy place to go to. But we know with Southampton this season, they've been a little bit hot and cold at times. As we said, second half starts. Joe Gomez off with the knee injury, Jordan Henderson on, which did provide that more calming kind of touch in midfield and more control in terms of the game, not wasteful and kind of, you know, frantic, if you like. Just calm it down, pick the right pass, use the ball correctly. Don't give Southampton any impetus at all. So it was nice to see Jordan coming on. And again, after putting in that shift in the FA Cup for him to come on, I think they mentioned something like shortly after the FA Cup when he got back up to Liverpool, there was scenes of him. He was on a bike in a pool or something like that. So fantastic to see that. Liverpool start brightly, of course. Hendo and Curtis, who always link up well in midfield, pulling the strings. Milner shifting into Gomez's position, always really good out there on the wing. Jimmy Milner has a heck of an engine on him for a guy of his age, and the mileage that's on that body in terms of football. So brilliant from Jimmy. Southampton sort of similar to the first half. We kind of started brightly enough in the first few minutes, but then Southampton kind of came into the game for a short-lived period. Similar to the first half when they created the goal. But on 67 minutes, corner swung in. The ball finds its way to Joel Matip and he heads it, finishes top corner 2-1 Liverpool. Not sure if he knew a whole lot about it, but it fizzed in, and sometimes you need that little bit of luck in a title race and in a game, you know. On 65 minutes, Origi replaced Elliott, who put in a decent shift, but I felt it was kind of a frustrating performance and match for the young lad. He was trying a lot of stuff that wasn't coming off. He was unlucky a couple of times and stuff like that, but he kind of looked like a guy that hadn't was missing a bit of match fitness, if you like. He wasn't his usual sharp self, but good to see the young lad back in the fold again and putting in a shift, which is what we want to see. Curtis Jones again, very clever in possession. You see him, he's just turning Southampton players and stuff like that and leaves them for dead. But again, it's his use of the ball and the positivity flowing through the lad that I really, really like. On 81 minutes now, Southampton are looking a little bit leggy here. It's like holiday time for the boys. Ralph and the lads look like they're nearly on the beach at this stage. You know, they look really, really leggy, and we were creating chance after chance after chance, probably wishing for a third goal to come to calm that nervousness down. 82 minutes, Shay Adams comes on for Amanda Brauge. The Vents will have to be alert of this guy. He's a really, really solid player, Shay Adams. I really do like him. Created a few little chances in the last few minutes and stuff like that. Also, 82 minutes, Keita came on for Bobby Firmino. Bobby put in a shift today. He was unlucky not to get the goal. He was offside, but plenty of intricate passing and stuff like that, which I really like from Bobby. But again, just looked a little bit off in terms of match fitness and stuff like that, which needed to be, you know, no surprise with the injury that he had in the foot injury. He was out for an extended period, but great to see Bobby in the fold and pulling the strings as well. His touch is just sublime at times. Brilliant to see. 86 minutes, Jones on the press, great engine. You see Jones bursting in there, 86 minutes, absolutely bursting a gut to get in there, forcing the error from the keeper, which led to an attack for us. But very unlucky. 87 minutes, Costa swings in a corner. It was it a quiet game for Costas? I don't know what it was about him. I know, like, I suppose the energy dump and the adrenaline dump of scoring that penalty in the FA Cup final to then on Tuesday head down to St Mary's to lift yourself again for a title race must be a tough one for the lad, you know. And tonight, where, you know, he put in a shift, but he kept on getting pushed out, I think, onto his poor foot and wasn't as confident. But you didn't see that kind of, you know, that aggressive bite that you see in him at times. He was kind of lacking that tonight, but again, put in a shift. Last few minutes, all of a sudden, I got a little bit nervous. Obviously, Southampton started gaining control of the ball, and it was wave after wave of attack from them as well. So we had to be solid in defence. Konate and Matip again doing an excellent job. And the game, last few minutes, the game petered out, and the title race is still on. Liverpool pick up the win that they greatly needed, 2-1. And I suppose the one thing we could say that it's absolutely fitting that both these teams you know, go to the final day of the season. The level that both these teams have reached, Man City and Liverpool this season, it's absolutely incredible to be nearly like 20 points ahead of the chasing pack out there on their own for the vast bulk of the second half of the season. It was generally a title race between the two of us. And it goes to the last day of the season, and you know, it's a kind of a script that you couldn't really write. You know, Stevie comes in and takes over at Aston Villa, brings in Philip Coutinho, and they face Man City now on the final day at the Etihad, and we face Wolves on Anfield. And it just seems, if you were writing a script for a movie, you know, a Jimmy Grimble or whatever it is, it seems fitting that this is the way it should go. And now we have to obviously endure the agony of 5 days as we wait to arrive on that final day and see what can happen. I'm sure the build-up will be absolutely massive over the next 5 days. We'll certainly be doing a preview, and we might do a preview actually for both matches. Actually, do a combined one because it's critical that they're intertwined, isn't it? But could there be that little bit of redemption for Stevie? We've said already he doesn't owe us anything, but I mean self-redemption for himself in terms of that slip. Can you imagine the reaction if Stevie was to pull off a result against Villa and we were to beat Wolves, handing us the Premier League title? I don't know. I don't know if it could get any better than that. I don't think you could ride it any better than that. I know, obviously, at times we'd love to run away with the title and stuff like that, but to win a title that way would be unbelievable. It's the stuff that dreams are made of. When you go back and you look at the season review, or you get the DVD of the season review or the download or whatever it is. Imagine that's the final chapter. It would be absolutely incredible. And I really can't wait for Sunday to see what happens. And look, best of luck to both clubs. Obviously, I would want Liverpool to win, but both clubs have been absolutely unbelievable this season. Man City have been like a juggernaut, especially the last 8 weeks. Liverpool, fighting for this historic quadruple, have kept it alive right till the final day, albeit we have a final the following week, the Champions League one in Paris against Real Madrid. But it will be an unbelievable end to the season. I'm not going to do any player ratings tonight. I felt it would be unfair to do player ratings tonight with 9 changes to the team and a team that probably has never played with each other. And I just thought it would be unfair to mark them down, but to just leave us with that thing, that script, that story, that end to the season. Would we have an opportunity to actually come out on the winning side of a final day title race? And is that script going to be written by Steven Gerrard? We will wait and see. Until next time, Reds, we will be back with a preview later in the week, and it's going to be unbelievable. As always, you can leave your comments down below in the episode. If you want to contact us, Twitter @SessionShankly. It is the Shankly Sessions. It's part of the Upper Tier podcast out there on YouTube. So if you could go out there and smash that subscribe and bell notification, we really would appreciate it, especially in the final push to the end of the season. Any support that you could show us, we'd greatly appreciate it. Only takes a few seconds to do it, especially if you like the content. If you also want to contact us, it's the Upper Tier Podcast @gmail.com. You'll also find us Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, the Upper Tier, out there dropping clips every day and producing content every single day for the whole of this season. We've been doing it, working hard on it. Also supplying audio versions of the show, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. And we will be back, Reds, with the final push to this historic season. Till next time, it's a pleasure having you viewing.